More than a week after the floods and landslides hit, the people of Petropolis are still looking for victims and counting their dead. And numbers are expected to rise even further as dozens of people remain missing and the chances of finding survivors become increasingly unlikely. These people here are all trying to find information about their missing relatives. In a disaster like this, finding the victims under the mud is already a big challenge. And even after the remains are brought here to the morgue, identifying the bodies can be very difficult. These police officers explaining to families that identification through fingerprints is becoming difficult due to the state of remains, and that DNA analysis may be the only solution in many cases. Gisele Silva lost an aunt whose body has already been found and identified, and a cousin still on the list of missing people. She showed us pictures of the place where their house stood, now just mud and rubble.
A part of us still keeps up the faith and the hope that maybe my cousin has survived in a pocket of air or something like that. But we know that after so much time, our hopes dim a lot. But still, every time I receive a message on my cell phone, I think, maybe it's good news about my cousin, but it never is.
In the city's cemetery, also hit by a mudslide, graves are being dug non-stop to accommodate numbers never seen before here, dozens every day for the last week. The tragic loss of human life is the most dramatic aspect of the floods and landslides here in Petropolis, but material losses have also been significant. On this street, the water rose more than 2 meters high. Power to much of the city was lost, and electricity is only now being partially restored. Rio de Janeiro's state government has announced the release of about $30 million for emergency repairs and another $40 million in funds to support businesses affected, like this shop specializing in uniforms.
We lost 3 computers, 1 printer, all of our inventory, but we will recover all that. But all the scenes of suffering we have seen, that's something we'll never forget.
Donations have also been pouring in from all over the country to help victims, but much more is still needed.
What we need now are personal hygiene and cleaning products, and food. People have been asking a lot for food.
The mud covering the streets of Petropolis will eventually be cleared, but the trauma caused by the disaster will likely take much longer to subside. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, Petropolis, Brazil.